The Real Game Awards happened earlier this past week, and I thought for the most part it was really refreshing to see a grassroots type of presentation. Was it the greatest thing ever? No, but a lot of care went into it to make it an alternative to what we see from the mainstream that constantly panders to a woke narrative and kind of just seems a little bit too much of a shill product. Stuttering Craig has been a staple in the video game industry for quite some time, and I know his Real Game Awards had a little bit of divisive opinion and backlash because he was charging people to have a voting, I guess. Now, the Real Game Awards did get a little bit of a backlash because it did have a requirement that you had to pay in order to have voting powers, but that was done to keep away access media like IGN, Polygon, Vanity Fair, you name it. Because, like in the actual Game Awards by Jeff Keighley, legacy media, access media, whatever you want to call it, the journalist, they have 90% of the vote, while the fan vote is only 10. And that's not how it should be. Access media tries to gatekeep and close all of us out. And people didn't like that. In fact, all the woke journalists from Kotaku's and whatever, they all complained about it, calling this a right-wing rage bait grift. And we knew it was coming. There was going to be some developers that won awards at this event that got butthurt. For example, PSX Bunlith said, so honored to have won the coveted anti-woke game awards best racing game category. As a trans woman, it's so comforting to see them prioritize diversity, equality, and inclusion. To celebrate, I'm going to have gay sex with my faggot transgender dog girl. Pretty mature response, right? They wouldn't write that to any other kind of award show, but these people are lunatics. The lefties have no professionalism, and for whatever reason, they see this Real Game Awards as anti-woke when it was never advertised as such. It was advertised as non-access media for gamers by gamers. It was never called an anti-woke thing at all. But of course, if you go against the grain, if you don't kiss the boot of the liberal media, they automatically think that you're a rage bait grifter. So Craig responded saying, congrats. You notice that literally no one cared that you're trans. Literally no one. The audience cared that you made a good game. That's all people want. Our show is not anti-woke. It's simply meant to be an alternative to the access media industry show. Enjoy your gay sex. Pretty based, response. Craig always tells it like it is. He's always a straight shooter, in my opinion. Again, been around in the gaming industry for quite some time. And sure, Side Scrollers does have a little bit more of a right-leaning approach to a lot of its guest, co-host opinions that are shared on the show. But again, the Real Game Awards was never touted as a anti-woke product. But of course, the wokies will label it as such. Now, there was another incident where this individual just went nuts, right? And these developers that I guess lean on the woke side weren't brought aware of the Game Awards. A lot of them didn't even know. They're trying to throw fits that, oh, you didn't ask me permission for my game to be showcased, which guess what? They don't have to ask for permission to include your trailer or anything about your game or even give you an award. It's all fair use. I could create an award show and give out Concord an award if I want. You guys don't have to have permission for your game to be featured. You can see Craig posted another thing saying the post below was both a quote tweet in response to the trans developer who was trying to be snarky about winning an award at the Real Game Awards. My response was honest and good faith. This person's response, hide it from the post and block me as it doesn't fit their internalized victim narrative and public narrative they want to spin. Somehow, while this person was literally getting praised for the work, they were able to spin it into being a victim. So they went nuts. They lost it. They blocked Stuttering Craig, even though Craig wrote a rebuttal saying, hey, congrats, we like your game. It's fine if you're trans, but these guys are snowflakes. They don't know how to react when somebody holds an actual conversation with them. And like Smash said in his article that he wrote about this, these are the same folks who made careers out of patrolling gaming spaces for anything that doesn't align with the worldview. And that's right. If you do not bend the knee to their woke ideology, they will attack you. They will try to cancel you. They will call you hateful. They'll call you a bigot. Blah, 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 blah. It's tiring. It's never ending. And now other people, including Hard Drive Magazine, which is another woke parody Twitter account, put a tweet out saying, hey, Stuttering Craig, is it official at Real Game Awards policy to hire Holocaust-denying racists to do all your animations, or just the one you posted yesterday, right? And as a result of this, there were some wokey developers out there that, of course, they're afraid of being canceled. They jumped to deny and say, "Hey, we didn't agree to being featured by this and all this crap," even though they really didn't have anything to do with the event itself, other than being showcased for free. They weren't charged. They didn't have to pay anything. Literally free advertising, and a good way, because most of the games that were showcased, including the ones by developers that bitched, like Selaco, I never even heard of these games, and I was like, wow, that looks pretty cool. But as a result, the way that some of these developers are acting, they just guarantee that I will never play any of their games, and I bet a lot of other people won't play either. So here we go. There's a Selaco game, like I said. The lead developer, by Nexxtic on Blue Sky, seemed to take issue with the free promotion of their game. And funny enough, if you look at their Steam charts, their all-time peak 7 months ago didn't even reach 2,000 players. Don't you think they would want some game like promotion? They put a thing saying we had not paid for an advertisement from the Real Game Awards. Never even heard of it until an hour ago. The more I'm looking into this, the more I want to distance myself. Anyway, time to return to sleep. And yeah, I believe they got an individual by the name of Wash Your Crack who's come after a few of us, making a big production out of this, saying, oh, at Selaco is involved with this anti... I don't even remember what the tweet was, but of course it was this cancel culture stuff. Grums wrote a response saying, indie game Selaco slammed Stuttering Craig and his Game Awards show for featuring them for free because they thought it was a cool game. They did this after Alyssa, Washer Crack, and Airbag all went after them for the crime of being on the wrong show. Selaco didn't just cave to the bullying cancel culture. They embraced it and picked a side, voting accordingly. So my recommendation is don't purchase this game. Don't support the creators of Selaco. They freaking spit in the face of anybody that was interested in this game just because it's on an award show, because three of the most deranged people on Twitter and on social media tried to cancel them for being featured on it because they're all unhinged. Now, funny enough, on Smash's thing, on his article that he wrote about this, he says, Nexxtic seems to have a big issue with someone promoting the game for free, but doesn't seem to see the hypocrisy of them doing the same thing on their own Blue Sky account for a game they enjoy in Doom Eternal, right? And you can see some tweets saying, still the best Doom art we've gotten. All the other ones are just so familiar, blah, 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 praising the game, right? So weird. And, you think that they would want a big spike in sales. Again, I'd never heard of Selaco. It was something that I was interested in taking a look at. And just because of the way they're acting, I'm like, nah, I'm not going to support this game at all. Now, funny enough, Angry Video Game Nerd was on there to not only present, but also show his new AVGN 8-bit game. And Justin Silverman was on there as well. Funny enough, I was watching Review Tech USA stream where he was reacting to this, and he was all like, Senate Massacre, what's Justin Silverman doing there? Oh my god, it's unspoken word. I can't believe they had him on there. And then James Ralph showed up, and RTU shut the fuck up. Nobody cares about your politics when it comes to an award show like this. It's a game award show. It's about the games. It was never presented as anti-woke, and even if it was, who gives a fuck if somebody's on there? They're a grown adult. AVGN's free to go wherever he wants. So, honestly, I think it was really cool of James to be on there. And also, there was other presenters like Smash and, just countless others, Madam Savvy, that I support full-heartedly because I like their opinions, I like their content, I like the stuff they bring. But this was not an anti-woke award show. Anybody thinking that is just a snowflake themselves that can't handle the fact that Access Media was banned from this. So, Selaco, yeah, I'm not buying that game. They sealed the deal, and I hope a lot of other people follow suit for how they acted immaturely in this. And we'll see how next year's Real Game Awards show happens. Let's see if they get a bigger venue. I know they said the money that would be used, that was gained this year, goes towards next year's. A lot of people kind of got that wrong and said that he got $30,000 and pocketed it, when that's not the case. It's going towards next year's. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Let me know your thoughts about this developer throwing a little hitchy fit about the Real Game Awards using their trailer. And I'll see you on the next one.